It starts with a world where the roar of a crowd isn't for human fighters anymore, it's for machines. Giant, steel monsters tearing each other apart, while the people who built them stand on the sidelines, betting everything, but fighting nothing themselves. And right in the middle of this new world is a man who just can't let go of the past. This is the story of real steel, but more importantly, it's the story of a broken fighter, a forgotten son, and a robot that was never meant to win. Charlie Kenton used to be somebody. Back when boxing was flesh and blood, he had potential. But when the world replaced fighters with robots, Charlie never adapted, he just survived. Now he's a small-time hustler, traveling from one underground arena to another with outdated robots, chasing quick money and losing more often than he wins. And then life throws him something he never saw coming. Charlie learns that his ex-girlfriend has passed away, and suddenly, he's got an 11-year-old son, Max. A kid he barely knows. A kid he never wanted responsibility for. And at first, Charlie treats him like just another problem to solve. But Max isn't just some burden. He's sharp, stubborn, and way more perceptive than Charlie expects. There's a fire in him, something Charlie used to have. They strike a deal. Charlie will take care of Max for the summer in exchange for a payout. It's temporary. No emotional attachment. Things start to shift when Charlie buys a flashy new robot named Noisy Boy, a high-tech, Japanese-designed machine that looks like it belongs in the big leagues. For a moment, it feels like Charlie's finally catching a break. You can see the old confidence flicker back in his eyes. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is his comeback. But then comes the fight. Noisy Boy steps into the ring against a brutal opponent, and what should have been a comeback turns into a disaster. The robot gets destroyed, completely obliterated. And with it, Charlie loses almost everything. Again. It's one of those moments that hits harder than it should, not just because of the loss, but because you realize this pattern has been repeating Charlie's entire life. Big hopes, followed by crushing failure. But this is where Max changes everything. While scavenging through a junkyard, Max finds something unusual, a discarded sparring robot named Adam. It's old, rusty, and considered useless. Not built for real fights. Not built to win. But Max sees something in it, something Charlie doesn't. And this is where the story quietly plants one of its most powerful ideas. Sometimes the things the world overlooks are the ones that matter most. Charlie doesn't believe in Adam at first. To him, it's just scrap. But Max insists on fixing it, training it, believing in it. And slowly, reluctantly, Charlie starts to get involved. What makes Adam different isn't just its durability, it's its shadow function. It can mimic human movement in real time. And when Charlie steps in to demonstrate, something unexpected happens. For the first time in years, Charlie isn't just watching fights, he's fighting again. And you can feel it. From there, things start to build. Adam begins winning fights. Small ones at first. Underground matches. But each victory feels bigger than the last. Not Charlie and Max are starting to become a team. Not just in the ring, but in life. And then comes the leap. They enter Adam into bigger leagues, climbing the ranks against more advanced, more powerful robots. Every fight is brutal. Every opponent stronger. But Adam keeps getting back up. And that becomes its identity, not the strongest, not the fastest, but the one that refuses to stay down. Then comes the moment that changes everything. Adam earns a shot at the world champion, Zeus. And Zeus isn't just another robot. It's a machine built to dominate. Undefeated. Unstoppable. A symbol of everything Charlie and Adam are not. The build-up to this fight is intense. The stakes are higher than ever. And beneath it all, there's this emotional undercurrent. You're not just watching a championship match, you're watching a father and son finally find each other. When the fight begins, it's exactly what you expect, and worse. Zeus is relentless. Every punch is devastating. Adam takes hit after hit, pushed to the edge of destruction. The odds are overwhelming. But then, something shifts. Charlie steps into the shadows, and starts fighting alongside Adam. Not physically, but through that shadow function. Every movement, every punch, every dodge, it's Charlie in that ring again. And in that moment, it's no longer just a robot fighting. It's Charlie Kenton. A man who finally found his way back. Adam doesn't knock Zeus out. It doesn't win in the traditional sense. But it goes the distance. It survives. It earns the crowd's respect. And in a split decision, even in defeat, Adam becomes something more than a champion. It becomes a symbol. Charlie doesn't get the title. But he gets something far more important, his self-respect. His redemption. And most importantly, his son. Because by the end, this isn't a story about robots at all. It's about a father learning how to fight for something real. It's about a boy who never stopped believing. And it's about the idea that sometimes, you don't have to win to prove you're worth something. And that final image, Charlie and Max, side by side, walking away from the arena, It doesn't feel like an ending, it feels like a beginning, a second chance, a new fight, a better life. And that's where this story leaves us, with one question still echoing long after the credits roll. Was everything destined to happen this way, or could it all have ended differently? Let me know what you think in the comments, because the best stories never truly end, they continue in the conversations they leave behind.